Hi guys, so today I'm going to be filming for you a nice, slow, gentle flow. For those of you that have been suffering with any form of period or premenstrual pains, cramps, bloating in the belly, it's really not the nicest time of the month. I feel you on that. We've got our male perspective, giving us some masculine energy here. Billy boy, he's going to be joining me. You're welcome to have your own pets and animals while you're doing this flow. Sometimes they can actually bring a real calming energy to the room, which is really beautiful. So you'll need some pillows if you have any. You'll potentially may need some blocks as well if you want to make some additional modifications depending on how delicate or how sensitive the body is feeling today. And just come and join me on the mat. So we're going to begin on our backs. And I want you here to feel either place a pillow under the knees just to give yourself a little gentle bend, which will help to extend and elongate through the low back. Or you can just lie flat with the feet and the knees pouring in towards each other, the legs slightly wider than mat's width. And I want you just to take a deep inhale here, breathing into the belly, into the lower abdomen. And then opening the mouth. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And slowly from here begin to raise your right knee up and into chest. And then from here begin to raise the left leg up and into chest. And I want you to gently just start to circle through the hips, through the lower back, rolling from side to side, maybe moving the legs in different directions. So these gentle movements begin to really start to work the stomach, but in a nice, gentle way. So we're not doing any heavy core work, which at this time of the month is really not something that I particularly enjoy doing. But it does begin to just activate them slightly. So give the legs as much support as you need. A nice deep inhale. And exhale, keep that breathing going. And then from here, we're just going to allow the knees to just gently drop across to the left-hand side. Now, if you want, you can take a pillow and you can place a pillow underneath the knees so that they're slightly raised, depending on how much of a twist you want in your spine. And we're just going to breathe here, allowing that right shoulder to reach towards the floor. Allowing the head to fall over to the right-hand side. And just breathing here. And then inhale, raising the legs up one at a time. And again, lower them down to the left-hand side. Lowering that left shoulder down, allowing the knees to fall across to the right. And breathing here. So we're really just focusing on the breath and allowing our body to release. And just gently awaken. Inhale, drawing the knees up and into chest. And then exhale from here. I want you to slowly just start to gently rock backwards and forwards. Now, if this is too much, you can drop over onto your right-hand side and sit up slowly. I sometimes do quite like to gently rock backwards and forwards because it allows me to give my low back a nice little massage into the mat, And it begins to just gently activate my belly without too much strain. Do what feels good in your body right now, okay? So we're going to come to a nice seated position. And from here, crossing the legs, again, you can prop your knees up with pillows, or you can sit on a block underneath the sit bones, just to allow a little bit of extra openness through the hips. And from here, we're just going to gently begin to inhale the arms up. And then exhale, interlace the fingers and extend the palms towards the sky. Inhale. Exhale, allow the neck to fall down to the side, stretching out through the shoulder. Holding here for one deep inhale, maybe circling through the wrist. Again, just feeling into the body. It's quite sensitive at this time. So just working through, feeling how you feel today. Inhale, the arms up. Exhale, taking the other side. Again, just circling through the wrist. Breathing here. Inhale, begin to take the arms behind you. Interlace the fingers if you can, and just draw them down and back, squeezing them together. So we're starting to open up through the chest. Again, just easing into that upper back. Breathing into this space. And then exhale, placing the hands behind the head. We're going to start to curl down, just gently, working into a nice flexion of the spine. And again, play around with what feels good in your body. So just moving from side to side, maybe dropping forward. So it's almost like you're trying to curl in on yourself, okay? And then placing the hands on the knee, we're just going to bring the chest up. Take a deep inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Full belly breath, really relaxing those stomach muscles. Exhale. Last time, inhale. Open the mouth, exhale. From here, I want you to roll forward over your hands and knees. And we're going to come into a kneeling position, so setting any props you have aside. And from here, we're just going to place our hands down onto the mat. And we're going to inhale, begin to push away, rounding through the spine, moving into a nice cat pose here. And then exhale, drop through the shoulder blades. Keep the belly lifted so we're not arching too much in the low back. And we're going to pull through. Inhale, moving into our cat. Exhale, dropping down and through. Inhale, cat. Exhale, dropping down and through, pulling those hands. One more time, inhale, arching. Really flexing through the spine here. And then maybe if you want, take a few more rounds and begin to circle through the spine a little bit more. So for me, it really does depend on how I feel each day, especially when I'm suffering through quite bad cramps. There are some moments where literally the smallest of movements into my belly or my back is unbearable. And then there are other days when actually this feels really good. So just take it at your pace. Become super intuitive. But try and become really intuitive with your body. Because remember, no one else can feel it as well as you can. Good, returning to a nice hands and knees position. We're going to sit back onto the heels. Take a nice pillow, place it onto the knees. And we're going to reach forward and into our Balasana child's pose. Again, maybe taking a block or another pillow to rest the head on. And we're just going to take a deep inhale here. Exhale out.
Allowing that stomach or the belly to just release down into the pillow, into your thighs. Completely relaxing. Trying to breathe through the tensions that we tend to build up, especially around our low stomach, our lower abdomen. And then slowly inhale.
You need to raise the gaze. I want you to move the pillow a little bit further in. We're going to take the one from our thighs out, if you have it there. And we're going to slowly begin to walk the hands forward. On your inhale, we're going to begin to round through the back. And then exhale, we're just going to sink the chest down and onto this pillow. So, again, prop up to the level that feels good for you. Okay, if you're feeling quite comfortable, you can remove all pillows and just move straight into your Anahatasana, puppy pose, reaching the chest down, working into the shoulders, and really trying to open up the front body. If you're feeling particularly sensitive today, you can prop up as much as you want, get as many pillows down, place them in front of you, creating a much more gentle arch to the spine. And again, we're just going to take a deep breath here and just hold this for a few moments. Breathing into the shoulders, breathing into the front body, into the back body. And then from here, we're going to walk our hands back. And we're just going to sit in a kneeling position to lace our hands behind us, and we're just going to draw the chest up to the sky. Nice deep inhale. Then exhale, open the arms up and back. And begin to fold down once more into that lovely flexion. Inhale. From here, I want you to walk your hands forward. We're going to press down into the knuckles, press down into the hands, tuck the toes, and we're just going to gently begin to lift the bum up towards the sky. Working into a gentle downward facing dog, so keep the knees bent if you need. And then from here, we're just going to slowly begin to walk the feet up and towards the hands. Inhaling here. And exhale, just slowly fold down. Again, allowing the backs of the legs to just open. If you want, you can take a bend here. And just holding onto the elbows or the hands and just releasing forward. Allowing the body to just fall. Breathing into this. Maybe taking some gentle sways. Inhale, rolling up through the spine. Keeping the belly moving in, reaching through the hands. And then exhale, float forward into our forward fold. From here, inhale, flatten the back. We're going to press the hands down. We're going to step slowly back into our plank position, lowering our knees onto the floor. From here, we're going to bend through the elbows, dropping our chest down, and we're going to slowly slide through and into our Sphinx pose, or baby cobra. From here, place the forearms down onto the floor, and we're going to draw back, lifting through the upper chest. And just inhale, allowing this lovely stretch through the belly. If this is too much and it is quite intense, you can also just allow your head to fall down and just take a nice gentle pressure into the stomach without the back bend. Or you can take a block and just place it under the ribs. And again, just hold here.
So this allows you to really open up the front body without any active muscle work in the lower back. So just breathing.
Taking whichever variation works. And then slowly remove the block if it's there, or just release the chest down towards the floor. And we're going to push back and into our balasana one more time. Deep inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Roll forward, hands and knees. From here, we're going to step the knees of the left knee forward, and we're going to turn out the foot. From here, we're gently going to start to sink our hip down towards the floor. Now, I really would encourage you to prop this up for the first couple of breaths. We're going to take a block under the sit bone, and we're just going to allow ourselves to sit here, just stretching into the hip. What this also allows is a gentle stretch through the lower abdomen and the hip flexor on that right leg. And give yourself some good pressure into the hands, or if you want, maybe take a block in front of you and lean, just so that we're not putting any additional pressure into that left hip. So we're just really easing into the body. And then slowly from here, I want you to sit onto that left hip. We're going to bring the right leg forward, placing the left foot onto the inside thigh. And from here again, taking your pillows, pasting them onto the leg if you need, or maybe just one block or something nearby the leg, depending on your flexibility in the back of that leg. We're going to begin to fold forward and into your Janu Shirshasana. If you'd like, and this is optional, depending on how much of a stretch you want through that back, you can also begin to reach the left arm onto the outside of the right leg and maybe begin to open up a little bit here. If you have a little doggy companion, you can give their belly a nice scratch while you're here. I'm not sure if you can see Billy, but he is he's having a whale of a time chilling out in this lovely practice. One more deep inhale. Exhale, release down and roll up through the spine. Good. From here, we're going to take a deep inhale. Open the mouth, sigh out. So from here, we're going to begin to slowly move this right leg to the front of the mat, and we're going to start to stretch that left leg out and behind us. So if Billy moves by here, good boy. We're going to again take this block and just prop it under our right sit bone. From here, I want you to take the right foot as far forward as feels comfortable for you, and make sure that you're leaning equally through both hips. So we're not leaning just onto that right sit bone here. You really want the hip bones to be facing forward and to be lying over the front of that left thigh. And we're just going to breathe here, maybe taking a block in front. Breathing into this. Again, just feeling that lovely opening through the back leg, through the hip flexor, through the lower abdomen, lifting up into the chest. Really nice. And from here, slowly begin to remove that block. We're going to roll onto the right sit bone. Begin to bring that left leg forward and place the right foot onto the inner thigh. From here, we're going to take a deep inhale. We're going to take a block or a pillow or anything to prop up that left leg. And we're going to slowly fold forward and over the left leg. Again, if you'd like that additional stretch, you can begin to reach the right arm onto the outside of the left thigh or the left foot and begin to open the chest up towards the sky. This stretches out the low back and gives a nice gentle rotation here. Inhale and exhale. Breathing into this. And then slowly releasing down. If you've taken a twist and rolling up through the spine. From here, stretch both legs out in front of you. I want you to take a pillow or a block and we're going to place. Billy, come here. Come here. I want you to take a pillow or a block and we're going to place ourselves. So I want you to take a block and we're going to place it onto the middle of our back. So I want you to imagine it's around your mid-back, either where your bra strap would be or where your low ribs are. If this is a little bit painful, you can also place a pillow over the top. So you can begin to prop it up like so, okay? And then from here, we're just going to lean back and over this space, allowing the chest to open and the belly to release. If you'd like, you can also take an additional pillow and place it under the head. And we're just going to lie here in our supported fish pose, taking a few breaths. Inhaling and exhale. Again, allowing the shoulders to fall down to the sides, opening out through the stomach, allowing it to fully release. And then slowly from here, lifting up, maybe removing the block from underneath you and just allowing yourself to fall back down onto the bolster, onto the pillows, and just placing the hands, palms facing up. We're just going to release down. I'm going to take a deep breath here into our Shavasana, our corpse pose. Deep inhale and exhale. Inhale, exhale. So I want to encourage you to stay here in your Shavasana for as long as you need. You can make yourself more comfortable, maybe put some socks, get a blanket, or anything that makes you feel good. Take this time to really lie and release. If you have any other forms of therapeutic props, such as I have this lovely acupuncture mat, which I actually like to use sometimes. I'm going to lay that over my pillows. Thank you, Yogi.Bare, for this. And I'm just going to lie down over and just begin to relax and release. Just stay here with your breath. Until you feel ready to move. Thank you so much for joining me today with this flow. I hope you enjoyed it and I hope it's made your body feel a little bit more awake. and energized in a nice therapeutic way. If you have any questions or comments, please write them down below, and don't forget to subscribe to both this channel, Aurora Kit Yoga, and also my Instagram, Aurora Kit. I hope you enjoyed and have a lovely day. Thank you. Namaste.